So a couple of truths about OLED that really need to be talked about. The reflection handling is not even close. It's night and day. Samsung, LG, mini LED, OLED. And here's what it looks like when the TV's on in vivid. This is in vivid. See all those reflections? So, I know what you're saying. Close the blinds. Turn lights off. Yeah, I could do that, absolutely. But what if I didn't want to? What if I wanted to just watch the TV and not be in a cave? I know the LG is currently sitting in front of the Samsung, but I can turn it on. Turn something on. Something's already playing back there. Well, that's hard to see. That should be something bright enough. Wow, I think some commercials are gonna play on that. But this is really a big issue. It's a bigger issue than I think people talk about. You know, they'll show you one little light and say, "Oh, it's not that big a deal." But look at that versus that. Reflection handling is a big issue. It's a big deal. It doesn't matter how great the picture is going to look. If I don't know why it's triggering the Xbox console, which is not on right now. Oh, perfect. So it went to its screensaver, and you can clearly see the reflection. You can clearly see where there's a black part to the screen on. This is a commercial on the back here. Versus when there's an image. I mean, it's not even close. So, um, because there is not a clear, distinct advantage to an OLED outside of a few scenes in dark movies, the OLED's going back. The mini LED is 100% better in gaming, HDR gaming. Actually, I mean, either one, HDR or non HDR gaming. The mini LED is 100% better in daytime viewing of SDR content. The OLED is better in nighttime viewing of dark scenes. I can't even say HDR movies, just specific scenes in the movie where it's dark and there's something light that the blooming of the mini LED um, will show up. And it honestly, just the God's honest truth, you only notice it if you're looking for it. That's the truth. You only notice the blooming on mini LEDs if you're looking for it. These TVs were the exact same price. They were both from Costco. I could keep either one of them. No issue whatsoever. But one thing I will say about the 83 versus 85, it's a little smaller, but I don't think it's that big a deal, 2 inches. But the better TV is 2 inches bigger. So, then that does become an issue. So I'm very happy that I tried out an OLED. We watched Black Adam last night. We have a baby, so we started watching it down here in the theater room. He woke up about 30 minutes uh, before the end of the movie, and we finished watching it upstairs on the QN90A 75-inch that we have upstairs. And my wife and I were both like, I'm not even seeing a difference from going downstairs to upstairs. Um, and OLED as a technology should be superior to a mini LED. Maybe it can't compete with the 8K behind it, but the QN90A is a 4K 75-inch. It certainly should be a significantly better picture, and it wasn't. It just wasn't. I noticed a significantly worse picture in low grade content on the OLED versus the mini LED. Um, and I can attribute that to 4K versus 8K, finer resolution on the 8K. So okay, I won't say that's OLED being worse than mini LED as a technology as much as there's a resolution difference, but there is a picture difference between uh, the 4K OLED and the 8K mini LED. So I I can't in good conscience make the downgrade in brightness. This is as bright as it gets in vivid mode. Uh, for the few times when the picture is definitely going to look better in dark scenes. One scene in particular, we put on Wrath of Khan, the 4K of Wrath of Khan, and that opening scene with all the stars looked amazing. Got to give OLED its credit. Looked great. All those individual pixels lighting up was fantastic. But I mean, that's you can't buy a whole TV for one scene. All the rest of the time, the the mini LED is kicking its ass 100% of the time. So OLED's going back. Sorry. All right, guys. See ya.